He plays Sheldon Cooper on Young Sheldon. On this episode of Just Saying With, we have the incredibly talented Iain Armitage. Hi Ian, how are
Hello.
you? How are you doing? So this is season 4 of Young Sheldon, and it's kind of a bit of a coming of age of Young Sheldon. So he goes to college. What's it about? What's it like?
It's been kind of crazy. We have had a lot of fun episodes recently. The writers have outdone themselves this season. It's just so fun because, I get to do so many crazy things on the show, and we've constructed the college set, which is really amazing. It really is a coming of age kind of story. Well, it's already a coming of age story, but especially this year, this crazy, crazy year. It's especially a big season for Sheldon and for a lot of other characters. But yeah, I cannot wait for the episodes to start coming out because they're really good.
Right. And so, you've actually kind of inherited a fan base that already existed with the Big Bang Theory. What was it like inheriting the Sheldon Cooper or the Big Bang Theory fan base? And now that's your own. Now it's your own as well.
I think, oh my goodness, I think Mr. Jim Parsons was such a good Sheldon. I mean, those are big shoes to fill. But I'm so glad that people like our show, and I'm so glad that I get to make people happy. I think that's the coolest thing you can do to make someone smile. But I think especially now in 2020 when everything is just like, it's especially good to be able to make people laugh.
So when Young Sheldon launched, we all know that you worked very closely with Jim Parsons. Do you still work closely with him? What's that relationship like?
It's not happening so much in season 4 because he's also got his own stuff going on. He does narrate every episode as the voice of older Sheldon, but he helps so much with the whole everything really. Mostly it was in season 1 that he was my Sheldon coach because now we have Mr. Steve Millar on the set who's like kind of the most Sheldon expert, if that makes any sense. So he usually helps with like Sheldon's mannerisms and things. But Mr. Jim Parsons was an amazing help. I couldn't have done anything without him.
So Sheldon's a complex character. He's got quirks, to say the least. What was it like for you? Were there any difficulties playing Sheldon?
That's a really good question. Let me think. I think the hardest thing for me is Sheldon has a lot of crazy science lines that are like, one's like, and here near apogee, we gimbal the torque to exert something and flip the rocket by 180 degrees. Needless to say, we use a PID controller to minimize the dispersion to the landing site. It's just a bunch of crazy science mumbo jumbo. That's probably the hardest part of playing a brainiac character like Sheldon.
Do you make it a point to understand any of the science?
Oh, heck no. Some of the things Sheldon talks about, I've tried before, and some of the things he talks about are just so beyond my comprehension. It's like he's speaking some alien dialect from across the galaxy. I'm like, okay, so I heard the word the in there. I know that word. But yeah, oh no, Sheldon is so much smarter than me. I think the only thing I could understand was he had some lines about Dungeons and Dragons, and I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, but I could understand that at least.
How much of Sheldon Cooper do you think you've taken on into your own personality, and how much of your personality, have you put into Sheldon's character?
I love that question. Let me think. Oh, we had in season 2, I believe. I think it was season 2. I had a really great theater scene, and I love musical theater so much. And Sheldon tries out for a part in Annie, and he ends up getting it. But I remember that I was super proud because I brought a little something to Sheldon. I think I have learned some things being on here. My wonderful teacher, Miss Mora, sometimes I'll do a scene and I'll have a crazy science line, and I'll say, what is this? What does this mean? I remember in the first season there was I can't even remember what it was. It was in like the pilot. She answered a question I had about some line, but oh, and also geology. I love geology. Sheldon hates geology, and we had an episode where we find out why Sheldon hates geology.
So in season 4, the first episode, you say a line. Um, Even though I'm smart, I'm just a kid. Do you ever feel like that yourself?
I don't think I have. I think I've been, I think sometimes people might think that like being an actor as a kid might be like hard or something, but to me it's not really because I'm surrounded by such amazing people like my mom, my studio teacher Miss Mora, and everyone on the set who's super nice. I don't usually really feel that way, but I think I can understand why Sheldon does feel that way in that instance because he's going to college.
Well, thank you very much, Ian. I know it's a bit late for you back home, and thank you very much for coming on the show and for talking to us, and wishing you all the best of luck in Young Sheldon season 4. Catch it every week when it's out. Thank you for watching another video from Just Saying Asia. Please, if you like our content, give us a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. We truly appreciate your support. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.